When someone says a game is dead, I believe a game never truly dies until there are 0 people playing it. But there is one definite entity that could kill a game, and that would be the game itself. Or in this case, the company itself, or in this case, Multiversus.
What is going on, guys? Me, Forza Door Player. If I sound off, it's just because I am kind of sick. I mean, it was better than yesterday. Yesterday was awful, but I feel a little bit better today. But still, my throat ain't really the best at the moment. But I'll just move on. A couple hours ago, Multiversus tweeted this out, where it states that after season 5, which starts at February 4th and ends at May 30th. After that, oh my god. After the season ends, apparently the game will just go offline till further notice. So they're basically shutting down the online servers. I have a lot of things to say. Well, not a lot of things to say, but I just have things to say, alright? You see, Multiversus been a thing since 2022. Well, you could play it like beta in 2022, and I think in 2021 is like our first look on that game. In that same year, 2022, I think it won Best Fighting Game in the Game Awards. Funny thing is, when the game was properly released last year, it got nominated again, but this time it got beaten by Tekken 8. So, yeah. It's crazy to me how the official release of the game had a reputation more worse than the beta version. Like, this game apparently didn't even last a year. For what I can think of, the beta period of Multiversus was actually pretty decently received and turned out to be a pretty decent game. So what in the living fuck happened here? Well, for starters, the official release of Multiversus wasn't really received the best. I think one of the biggest criticisms of that game was like it felt slow.
My only concern is that I hope PFG Home may drop a long video, but it is exactly as I said probably 50 times over. Generational fumble, a PvE that was a complete afterthought and constant execution, a game littered with bugs and issues that would make any typical QA person jump to the abyss. Monetization that was so ridiculous, you got God's again confused. DTM strategy was probably what I've seen. Charlie Chaplin communication with no visuals. A common design philosophy that was simply simplify Smash, but simplifying Adam makes sense. The worst strategy against leaks I've seen. Constant yapping about combat overhauls when people consider no vision, mediocre internal testing, and no external play testing. He's gonna keep it 1,000. For leadership on this game on PFG, this was an L. At best, hopefully it was a learning experience for the part of it. It was an insane circus. Message to anyone creating a platform fighter. If anyone doubts your direction, you now have a visible reference of what not to do.
And that combined with a bunch of other issues with the game, and I if I can recall, I don't think that many people, picked up the game within, 2 to 3 weeks of the official release of Multiversus, going live. Or at least what I can think of. And also just questionable decisions, microtransactions, and not adding bad intent also play a part of the Multiversus demise. Yet, it still was nominated of Best Fighting Game for the second time, which again lost to Tekken 8. How the route of Multiversus went is pretty sad to see, because it had its ingredients to be a decent competitor to Super Smash Bros. While not like competing to the same level of Super Smash Bros., if that makes any sense. Yeah, they just fumbled it hard with their pretty suspicious decisions and just shit like that. Just like, how the fuck did you even do that?
Them removing quite literally everything that was good about the beta into a full release while having the worst monetization and gameplay I've ever seen.
Well, it is to a point that in Season 5, keep in mind, Multiversus, or at least the official release, isn't even a year old yet. They stated that after Season 5, players will be able to enjoy the game offline for the foreseeable future. Where, again, I mentioned this earlier in the video, they're shutting down the servers, basically. Wow. I think that took me like, I don't know, 9 to 11 tries. When I said that my throat wasn't even in the right place, I mean it. I'm just baffled as to how Multiversus became, because again, it had its ingredients to, stick around and become a pretty good game with pretty good support. But whatever the fuck happened behind the scenes, it just didn't. Like, I don't think people were talking about your game within 2 months of the official release to coming out. That's insane to me. Where's to a point that some people just see this game as just a money-making machine or just corporate greed by Warner Brothers. Where judging from Warner Brothers' recent track record within the past few years, there's some truth to it, I think. And all that combined makes Multiversus one of the biggest fumbles in video game history. I said one of because how Concord fumbled is pretty hard to beat. But you guys get the point. So yeah, that's my take on the situation. What do you guys think about this? And yeah, I can't even say my name right. This is Forza Doropoya, and I'm out here. Peace.
Banana Guards assemble. Welcome to Banana Friday. MVPs? #Multiversus. Bold move for a game that will have its servers closed in 5 months.
I am inevitable.